What's up, viewers, subscribers, and agents alike? It's your boy, Luciferian coming at y'all once again. Welcome. Thank y'all for viewing my channel. Thank y'all for viewing the content. And we're still rolling in 2025. As I say to all my supporters, those who are new, those who have been here for years, I want to take a moment out to those names unnamed and to those names previously named in your journey to my subscribers, and I'm going to say this wholeheartedly. Congratulations. If you made it this far and you've been here for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5, or even, to be honest with you, if you've even been here for more than 2 videos, congratulations. The reason why I say congratulations is because in this community of people who dispense this information and say these very significant truths, you don't get enough appreciation. Real talk. And I'm going to be the one to say it on my channel. Lord Light Luciferian Prince 7.7 says, congratulations. Keep going. And it took a special something within you to get you to motivate yourself to a different direction, to see what was best for you and what possibly will be the best for you in the outcome of your life. Keep going. Don't give up. Don't worry about what the naysayers say. Keep going. But before I proceed, let me go ahead and say this before I proceed, as I usually do. If you're watching this video around children, please remove them from your immediate vicinity, as my videos are not for children. Okay, we know that. We got that straight forward. It is what it is. Now, this also does not constitute legal advice. The sole purpose of this information is for educational purposes only, which in the general sense of the internet, everybody does it. I am no lawyer, never have been, never will be. I just love to read. Now, on to the topic today. Can you open a bank account without an SSN number? Someone asked me to do a video on this. I went through my comments before, and usually during towards the end of the week, I usually try to do the best I can to delete emails, go through stuff, go through comments, and just willy-nilly with certain stuff. But somebody asked me to do this. And on my mental Rolodex, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to do a video on this because I think it's important for people to know. And from me actually looking at my channel roster, I never put a video up here like this. I really never put a video up here that basically let people know that, yes, you don't need a social security number to open up a bank account. Now, here's where things are informed for you and best for you to understand where I'm coming from when I say this is because for the matter of it all, the indoctrination factor is one of the things that people don't understand is that you have to get out of that concept. I was always told. Now, if you've been rocking with me for so many years, you should have already had that cycling within your mentality broken. But the reality is you don't have to give it. You choose to. You have to remember, going back to the Constitution, when I said in the 14th Amendment, when I was talking about being subject to the United States jurisdiction, and everybody born was subject to the United States jurisdiction, the 14th Amendment. And the 13th Amendment says involuntary servitude shall no longer exist in the United States, except when a party shall have convicted of a crime. Now, the thing that people don't understand is that there's such thing called involuntary servitude. Yes, we get that. That's when people force you to do things against your will that you otherwise would not have consented to. There's a such thing called voluntary consent, though, which is much more subtle, but yet much more nefarious as well. And when they say, particularly, quote, voluntary servitude, that means with your consent. It doesn't have to be an informed consent, but consent nonetheless. And when you give this consent, they're only going by the consent you gave into the terms and conditions you actually gave the consent to. So with that being said, let me turn around and grab some things. And I want you to understand that these things that I'm actually telling you about are things that literally are in writing and in the law. So if you have a pen and paper, please grab you one. If you don't, you can pause the video. You can go back to it. It's what it is. Now, yes, people, you can open up a bank account without a social security number. And I'm going to the law to back up my stance in regards to this. Now, if you go to Money and Finance, Treasury, subsection 31.1.32, use and disclosure of social security numbers. Now, the currency of this law is October 2nd, 2022. Okay. And in general, an individual shall not be denied any right, benefit, or privilege provided by law by a component because of such individual's refusal to disclose his social security number. Exceptions. This provision of paragraph A of this section shall not apply with respects to, number one, any disclosure which is required by federal statute, or two, the disclosure of a social security number to any federal, state, or local agency maintaining a system of records in existence and operating before January 1st, 1975. Of such disclosure is required under the statute or regulation adopted prior to such date to verify the identity of an individual. Now, I know a lot of people are like, well, wait a minute. Isn't a bank FDIC insured? Isn't that a federal entity? No, people. No. Mm-mm. You must understand and interpret the simple fact that it's insured, which means that they do a contract with insurance to the FDIC. But that doesn't mean that your local branch or your credit union or your particular bank is federal. It's not government, especially if it has, like an example, TD Bank. You have Toronto Dominion Bank. That's not federal government. Is it FDIC insured in the United States? Yes. But do you have to disclose your personal information to a TD Bank account in regards to opening up an account? No, you don't. And this is why. If you go with me to 5 USC 552A, right? Here we go. Records maintained by individuals. Now, it also tells you that in this, you have a record, an agency, and an individual. But it also lets you know, in this same law, it says that according to the Privacy Act of 1974, you do not have to disclose your personal information to a financial institution because that's a violation of your privacy. Now, to simplify it all, if you have an EIN number, you can open up an account with an EIN number. You are not in the sense of contractual performance obligated to provide a social, just by the laws that I just told you. It's because simply being put is that you yourself have basically made it clear who you are and who you are not. Banks salivate over the social and its usage thereof is because that you're authorizing them to use your trust. So when you open that account with that social, always remember, you're always seeing one side of the account. You're seeing debits. Where are you seeing the credits? You don't see that side of the ledger. But the credits exist is because simply money existence comes from the fact of fractional reserve banking. And when you loan them your credit, yes, you can open an account, but here's the kicker. You gave them the access to the actual securitization behind the trust and the number. They don't like you to do that because banks don't make money. Get it what I'm saying? They don't make money. So now in our adult complex, we understand how banks make money. They make money by access of another person's credit. Your fiat is nothing more than balancing the ledger to open an account and to finance in the reallocation expenses of United States bankruptcy. So you're basically taking on the debt burden and securing the United States against the laws. This is all law. This is not conjecture. This is everything that's written. It's written in law. And it simply says that the creation of money comes simply from credit. And who are the creditors? The people. So you opening that account regulates your open account to Title 26. Title 26, if you look it up, you can read on that. And that means that your assets are taxable as far as what's being deposited in the account. And now you are doing a joint venture with this bank, this institution, on behalf of the United States, but this is not a governmental entity. Said it previously before, people, but yes, you can open an account without a social. If you have EIN number, remember it's not subject to Title 26 because no trust pays taxes. Simple as that, people. So the answer to the question is, yes, you can. You can definitely open up an account without a social. And this is all based on law, not conjecture. And you just learned that in less than 11 minutes. Keep it short, sweet, to the neat. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all. Like I said, keep going with your positivity in regards to your changes with who you are and where you wish to go with your path. And just remember, y'all go be straight. Just keep going. And in the courage and the spirit of life, hey, it's all an experience, people. It's all an experience. Don't take it too hard on yourself. Don't feel bad. Don't feel weighted down by what I would call in today's time uncertainty. Just love yourself, better yourself as time goes on, and just let the positivity be your weapon. In the times of uncertainty, in the times of where you don't understand where you really are in life right now, the total feeling is mutual. But you got this. And I want to encourage people to keep going with themselves and keep on feeding yourself continuously because, as I always emphasize, studying is one of the most, if not the most valuable thing that you will have in execution with this knowledge. You're not doing anything wrong if you're studying what you need to know. Never let nobody else make you feel as if because you're studying what you need to know and learning what you need to know, you're doing wrong. You're doing exactly what you need to do. Okay? Prime example. The reason why I say this is because it's even said, quote, ignorance of the law is no excuse to no one. Ignorance of the law excuses no one. By R.W. Morris Jr. of Charleston, West Virginia. That this maxim, the print was small, this maxim of ignorantia legis nimium excusat. Ignorance of the law excuses no one. Has worked hardship and injustice in many instances in the past, is beyond controversy, as attested by the various decisions of the courts of this country and of England, and that it will continue to work as a great, if not greater, hardship and injustice in the future, if applied literally and strictly, and no provision made to temper with mercy, also to undisputed claims, the ever-increasing heterogeneous population of this country and multitudinous statutes added to our laws each year to meet the agency's constant arising, making the maxim even more difficult. The laboring man, the professional man, and the businessman are universally ignorant of the law as a whole. Even the judges and lawyers are ignorant of the law. The existence of courts of appeal established this fact. Perhaps the only person with temerity enough to disavow ignorance or contra, to profess absolute wisdom, is the embryo lawyer. But that old taskmaster experience will soon teach him of the error of his ways. Take that with you. Real talk. Because when you see it for what it's worth, it is your job. It's your duty. It is your responsibility to learn the law. It's available to you even after you cut this video off. You have the opportunity. If you're watching this video 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes a day, start off there. Start small. Don't try to inhale it all at one time. The simple thing is eating a plate of food. It's not the movies. Nobody eats the whole serving at one time. So y'all better understand, this is the reality. But it's a reality if you work it in your most favorable balance. And it all comes to prosperity. But don't delay, because time, although a figment, is real. So I say this: continue on your journeys and keep on keeping on. Focus on the positive. Don't worry about the negative. Because if you believe in the Most High, you're covered. Keep going. Stay tuned to the next upload. Peace, light, love. Agents, fuck you. Straight up. This is what it is. I'll see y'all soon. Y'all take care. Stay tuned for the next upload.